Hello, thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Alan Lester, and in this video we'll be going over different aspects of data. We'll be going over data at rest, data in use, and data in transmission. We'll also be going over a few ways to secure your data as well. So first off, before we get into those types of data, we have to understand what data is. So basically, data is just raw information made of figures and facts. It could be pictures, coding, financial records. It could also be, documents. It could be anything that you can store on a computer or a hard drive. So we're going to go over the different types of data. So the first thing we want to go over is data at rest. So data at rest is just data that's not being used. It's stored away on a hard drive. It's not being transferred between devices or networks. So in a sense, this right here is a good example of data at rest. This is a USB drive. Right now it has a program enlisted on it it's called Wi-Fi OTA update. It is a program used by Google to update some of their Wi-Fi displays. So with all this information right now is at rest. It's not being used. It's not being transmitted through different networks or devices. It's simply at rest. In a sense, it's taking a nap. It's chilling. It's not doing much of anything. You're on vacation right now, if you will. Now, if I were to put this in my computer and start to modify it, want to change it, want to add some things, that's data in use, basically. So I'm using this data, I'm modifying it, I'm changing it, I'm adding a couple things to it, I might be adding some more stuff to this hard drive, or I might be doing, it could also be typing a document on your computer, or adding some more information on a website or things of that nature. That's data in use. That's you using the data, that's the data being put into good use in a sense. Now, data in transmission is that data traveling. So if I was to take this hard drive and I would put it where it's supposed to go in the back of the display of the Google Wi-Fi display, this would transfer from this device. I don't know if you can see it, sorry. It would transfer from this device onto the display and put in the information into use in a sense. It's now actually going from one device to another in the same network. It's the same as sending an email or making a phone call, sending a text message. That's sending data. So something that we use all the time, our cell phones, is data in transmission. It's basically going from one destination to the other, from device to device, or within the same network. So some of the ways that we can secure these data is one, put it on USBs, hard drives, removable hard drives. That way, you have full access to it. You know where it is. But another good thing about these are you can encrypt these as well. So in case you have very, very sensitive information that you don't want to store on a computer, but you want to have it handheld, you can put it on these and you can encrypt a USB as well. So password encrypt, PIN number, things of that nature. It's good to have very strong passwords. I would say that keep it away from naming your password after a relative, something familiar to you, because those are the easiest ones to crack. Use at least 12 characters, add some numbers in there, put some special characters like the @ sign, the hashtag, $ percentage, something of that nature that takes software programs that are used to hack passwords, used to crack passwords, gives them a harder time. Make sure that you add some uppercase letters in there as well, because those take those programs a very hard time to break passwords. Other things are to make sure you back up. If you're storing stuff on your computer, back up your information, your data on your computer on something like the cloud. If you're just using it for personal use of things of that nature, always back it up. You never know what can happen with your information with your computer. It could crash. Somebody could hack your computer and give it a bug, and the hard drive just overruns and kind of explodes. Not necessarily explodes. I've actually had a hard drive explode on me before. I was using it too much and it got a virus on it, and it just ran really really hot and it just crapped out. So having your information backed up, you don't lose your data, you don't lose your sensitive information, you still have it. And when you get a new hard drive, if you have a desktop like that, or if you get a new laptop or something like that, you can just put your information back on it. You can still secure your laptop. There are many different ways to secure your laptops, like using a VPN, using the Microsoft has their own Microsoft 360, things of that nature. Morton, those help protect your data. Those also help protect, encrypt your IP addresses as well. So that makes it harder for people to pinpoint or get into your information as well. So really, the main thing is basically to make sure that you have these different ways to protect your information, because there's a lot of people out there trying to get that. But for me, the best way is to use hard drives. I have so many different USB hard drives, removable hard drives, because I'm able to know exactly where everything is. I'm able to access it and protect it the way I need to protect it. And if somebody steals it, it's kind of hard for me to get into it, because the passwords that I use are very hard to break down, because I use my rules, special characters, no familiar names. I'll make sure that if you use numbers, when you use numbers, don't use them in sequential order. But yeah, just those are some great ways to protect your data. And also these are the ways to find data as well. So it's, data is raw information. That can be, it can be pictures, it can be security information, financial information, documents. If you're writing a paper, that's data as well. Data in use is basically you just modifying the data. So if you're actively changing things or creating a program, that's data in use. And transmission of data is data being sent from device to device on the same network, from network to network. Basically, things as simple as sending an email is data in transit, because you're sending it from one device to another. A lot of times, if you're sending business emails, you're sending it, to your boss or your coworkers. They're all using the same network, so that's sending information through the same network as well. So that's a little basic information about data. I hope this video was informative. I'll see you on the next one.